In nome di Padre, Fili, e Spiritu Santi. Hey, everybody. I forgot to change my background on the thing, so let me fix that. Blah, blah, blah. Where is my green screen? There it is. Where is the one I like? That's the one I like. That's Sunday Mess. And why is this green screen messed up today? Oh, well, there. That's better. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Mass, the early edition. I unfortunately have to go to a wake today, so that's why Sundays have been we've been juggling some stuff, but unfortunately, one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, Louisa and Peach, their mom passed away, and she was an incredible woman. Her name is Maggie, and we love you, Maggie. And we're going to go to the wake out on Long Island early this afternoon. And, she was a wonderful woman. We used to be invited gratefully to their home out on Long Island for some of the most incredible conversation and dinners and generosity and wonderfulness. Louisa is a person that I met in 1997 when I started working at El Rio Grande as a bartender, and she trained me. And while I had already worked at my dad's bar and, had basic skills and things like that, she taught me the ropes on how to be a professional New York City bartender, how to deal with the people, how to deal with the volume. El Rio Grande was the second busiest bar in New York City, the first one being Bryant Park Grill, owned by the same company that I worked for many, many years, many decades. And Louisa, I was a little afraid of her at first because she's a strong, powerful woman with with opinions, and I acquiesced and I listened and I carefully followed her advice and became a pretty damn good bartender thanks to her. And from that blossomed an incredible friendship over the last almost 30 years. And I'm grateful for her and her family. And they're just remarkably wonderful people. And Maggie, her mom, was half Spaniard, half Italian. You can imagine the conversations and the culture that went on across that table. There was always great wine. They were also a family of chefs. So they had what I would call close to a professional kitchen. Everyone was always in there. Their dad, Lou, would make roasted peppers, while Peach is a master baker, and just incredible stuff. And Maggie's wit, charm, and presence was just mesmerizing, and she will be sorely missed. So that's what we're doing today to pay our, well, I hate to say final respects because respect lasts forever. We'll be paying our respects to the family and sharing stories, I'm sure, and some sadness and things like that. So anyway, that's Sunday Mass for today. Andrew Wolkowicz is first. You're always first, baby. First in everyone's hearts. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian, $20. Looking forward to the Mass. I have to work later on. It'll be the best part of my day. Okay, so let's talk about Andrew for a little mere minute here. So you guys know that when iBashers started, it was a once-a-week thing, an adjunct to the Timeless Watch channel. It was mostly about watches, and then, you all know the story. Andrew's been there from day one. Andrew's going through a little thing at work right now. And everybody, you all know what an incredible basher he is, what a great human he is. You all know his beautiful, children and his cats, and we know his story, his humor. How about a little bit of thoughts and prayers, just so he can get through the struggle every day, because life can be very frustrating, and he's just such a great egg. He's just one of the greatest examples of what bashers are. He's generous and kind and funny, a little bit naughty, but that's okay too. Him and Ray get the kudos for being the naughty boys on the iBashers, but it's always done with respect and charm. So Andrew Wolkowicz, we salute you. Let's dedicate today's show to Andrew Wolkowicz, because he's just beyond an example of a guy you'd want to know and you'd want in your corner. Having a delicious Drooby Doo coffee in my Handsome Joe glass. I haven't seen hide nor hair of Drooby Doo in a while. We miss you, guy. Hope you are busy with Andrew and the cats and Heather, and I hope you guys are having a great summer and doing all the things. And I hope all the love that you put out in the world is coming back to you, all the kindness that you've shown to animal kind and to me, for sure. Grateful to you. Where you been, Drooby Doo? Are you around? We miss you, man. We really miss you. Tori said you are very talented and loved the song. Thanks. Oh, that's sweet. Andrew passed on his song to his daughter. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the song. You're very talented. Oh, go on now. It was very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much. Steve Mac 3's here. Only 6 hours. Well, not really. We're here live now. It's very, very white, right? The you know what I didn't do, and I should do this now, is if I go to my system settings and I turn off the blue on my screen, it will give us a little bit. I'll put on the night shift. Put on the night shift. Yeah, turn it on till tomorrow. It'll give me oh, there it goes. Look at that. I've got an instant tan. Very bright screen. I apologize for that. I got to figure out a way to get better lighting on this show. You know how Asheen has that smoky look where it feels like you're in a dark bar or a piano lounge. I know he's using a DSLR, and those things can take in a lot of light. I know. Those are all things down the road. We'll get to it one of these days. Panel Power coming back for you. Well done, Andrew. Well done indeed. And Dave Fahrenheit 451, still the undisputed king of the Bashers. How are you, buddy boy? Great to have you upvoted. Please upvote if you can. Doesn't take much. It's just a little upvote. And it means that we loves you. I'm gonna go. There we go. Thank you, buddy boys. Melly C, the purple one. Happy Sunday, Mass, Father Dirk, and all the Bashers. Well done, Andrew. You're on a roll. He's on a serious roll. That's what's been happening lately. And I didn't post it until very, very late last night. I was listening to Neumerus, as my friend Larry would always, he made up this word, Neumerus, which I think is a great word, and we still use it to this day. Mixes of the Viva Machina album, the various drum replacement. I think I told you guys, right? We're replacing cymbals on the second Hitman record because we were all listening to the mix for the reissue, and we're like, we can't hear the cymbals. So we were back together with the original producer and working on that. So I was listening to those all last night, and all, of course, all the interaction with the boys and the humor and the fun and all that stuff. That was what I was doing. Then I was like, oh, shit, I didn't make a thumbnail for tomorrow's show. And it's an early show. I can't do that. Wow. Thank you, Melly C. We love you. Wow. Is that a cross made by Rolex? It has great loom. It is. As a matter of fact, when I was making that thumbnail, it kept putting the word Rolex on the screen. I said, no, take off the word Rolex. I had to go in Photoshop and get rid of it. What a pain in the ass. The Renaissance Sir Julian in the house. Look how bad this is. Terrible, right? This is what you look like Sunday morning. Sunday morning. I look at this, like Rasputin. I don't have any beard gel in. Terrifyingly bad. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. When I was a boy, the Dead Sea was only sick. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and a man. Wow, isn't that true? Isn't that true? Yeah. I watched maybe one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my adult life. And okay, it's called The Fountain of Youth, and it's directed by Guy Ritchie, and it has John Krasinski in it, and it has the beautiful girl from Black Swan, forgive me, for Natalie Portman. It is a script written by a 3-year-old. It is James Bond meets The Bourne Identity meets Indiana Jones meets Independence Day. It was the most trite, awful dialogue. The story was ludicrous. Domhnall Gleeson's in it. Jesus, was it? We just laughed. We watched the whole movie because it was such a giggle fest of absolute shite. And it was $180 million budget film. I mean, this film looked really, really expensive. I don't see how it would be fun for families. I don't see how it'd be fun for a 7-year-old, because and the real thing that drives me bananas is I have a friend who's a screenwriter who's so talented and has been trying to get a film greenlit, and they have a film that is kind of like a holy grail thing, sort of, and it's such an enthralling story, and I've read that script a zillion times and I love it. This was just, I mean, Guy Ritchie, every once in a while, I realize that guy can only make films about, like, British gangsters. And he's great at it, and it's fun. I love Rock and Roll is my favorite Guy Ritchie movie. I didn't hate Swept Away, even though everybody else did. I think that there's pieces of it that are great. This film looks really good. It's a great looking film, but I've never seen a more preposterous plot holes everywhere, inexplicable turns of events, really bad acting by really great actors. That's how you know a movie is shite. When really good actors, I mean, Natalie Portman has an Academy Award. Does that make you a great actor? Maybe, maybe not. Do I think she's a great actress? No. I think she was great in Black Swan, which I finally saw like a couple of months ago. John Krasinski is always excellent, and it's sad to watch a guy that good be this shitty, because it's so bad. It's so bad. Don't watch it. It's terrible, unless you want to laugh your ass off at the ridiculousness of it. Anyway, it's about a guy who gets really, really rich, and he does really, really bad things. That's where that comes from, Renaissance. See how we come around full circle? Everyone is a moon and has a dark side, which he or she never shows to anybody. That's a fact, too. Yeah. Isn't it crazy, though, when you do, if you ever are revealed that by somebody who, like, he was a good boy. Everybody loved him. He was a pillar of the community, and he's a serial blah, blah, blah. Amazing stuff. I'm trying to learn the new lingos of words you can't say on YouTube, which, because I'm watching my P's and Q's here, because, we got shut down for a week for the boob gate. But there are words that you're not allowed to say, and I did not realize that. The 7 words on TV are no longer the 7 words you can't say. George Carlin's famous thing. You can say those, but you can't say a bunch of other ones now. So weird, right? Marta's here in Bronson, upvoted. Hey, got some pictures for us today of Bronson, beautiful Bronson. What do I got? Just got a new one from JBB. Just got a new one from Andrew. Great. I got the beautiful Becky Brown. You got a lovely zoo. Why are we here? We're here for you, Ray, to support the Bashardom and just have a piece of Sunday Mass. This is the quiet show. This is the show where we reflect and try to figure out what we can do better and how we can be better. That's it. Friday night, we can be arses, right? Carolyn Mertens here at Ray. I ask myself that every day. We were talking about Carl Sagan the other night and Friday night and all that stuff. And Carl Sagan's my favorite person that's ever lived. And I was reading a bunch of his speeches, and I was like, why are we here is a really great question, because he talks about how we're just an amalgam of cellular matter that somehow wound up combining. He's talking about Star Wars. And this is like Johnny Carson, 1977, I guess. And he's like, well, the problem, Johnny, is that in far-off galaxies, the same amounts of cellular matter could never, ever combine to create the same thing. In other words, there can't be humans in a galaxy far, far away. Great shit. Great stuff. Andrew says, give the Sunday best Bash of the Day song to a deserving soul that could use a reminder that they matter. See, this is why we celebrate. Today's show is dedicated to Andrew, because Andy, as I know now that everybody in the world calls you Andy, but the Bashers. So are we going to call you Andy? We have an Andy, so you have to be Andrew. We have one. We have only good things. So, I mean, come on. Kevin Landon's here, the Irish one, upvoted number 11 today. 11's a great number. 11 is a wonderful number that you'll ever do. Happy Sunday to Dirk and all the bashers. We'll be bashing live before work for a change. Thanks for the early start. Listen, if the early start seems to be a better workout for everybody, then I'm more than happy to do so. It might free up, well, actually, for the UK people and the Irish people and the European people, of which there are many. It is what, 5 o'clock at night, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 11, it's 5:30 in the evening. I don't know how that works for you guys. It's 11:35 for us in the morning. It's only because I got to skedoodle and go to the wake. Billy G, hey, great to see you. Hello, folks, and blessings. Blessed be to all the bashers. And thank you so much, Billy G. Great to have you here. Always great to have you on the show. Robin's Bird, hearts, ladies of the bash. You are number one. Why is this not working like it used to? Am I just doing shit hearts? Is that what I'm doing? Just doing them shitty? Let me do it again. Let me see if I'm getting this right. There we go. Robin's Bird. So looking forward to our time together. I'm so glad we had this time together. Paul asked me last night, we're sitting around watching this terrible movie, and we're having conversations. You know, a movie's total shit when you're having full-on conversations while the film is playing. And he goes, what if you were to sing like a couple of bars of a song? Do you get a copyright warning for that? And I said, well, I do it pretty much on every show, and that has not happened. But I always kind of stop myself before, like if I go, hey, ooh, don't do that. And don't do that. There are certain things you can do and certain things you can't do. Don't do the Eagles. Whatever you do, don't ever sing the Eagles, because they'll just come after you. You'll have like armed forces at your door. I don't know what's wrong with him. Somebody explain to me what is wrong with that guy. He's talented. He was handsome. He's richer than hell. I mean, what is up with Don Henley? Why is he such a litigious person when it comes to people who are like showing people how to play Hotel California, which he didn't write the music for, Don Felder did. He sues them. I don't understand why that guy does that. Handsome Joe LaFaro, happy Sunday, bashers. Hey, Joe LaFaro, having a Joe LaFaro, my beautiful glass and my Drooby Jew coffee. Where are you, Drew? Drew's not been on the show for a while, and it makes me worry. I get worried about bashers when they don't show up. The regulars, when they're not here. I see all when you're not around. Once again, big shout out to Angelo Minichello, one of the great bashers of all time. Our hearts are with you. I don't know where you are. I know you said you've had a very busy life, and I certainly don't expect you to have to take the time out to show up on my silly show. But just know that you're loved out there, man. And people do right. And they go, hey, have you heard from Angelo yet? And I'm like, I have not. And that is worrisome to me because I care about you. Andrew Wolkowicz, I'm here, ready for Sunday Mass. Well, here we go. And Rufus says, Diecese. There you go, buddy. I pronounce everything like it looked like it's an Italian word now. I know that that's Latin, or is that in French maybe with that accent? I don't know. We're here to serve the bash and spread the word of spread the word. It doesn't have to be spread the word of Dirk. Spread the word of just the bashers. You're never late for Mass, Ray, as long as you're. Andy M's here. Good day, Father Dirk. Wishing you and yours only good things. He's the only good things guy. Andy M, partner in crime. It's the incomparable purple one. How are you, buddy? It's great to have you here. Carolyn Martin says hearts to Maggie. Thank you very much. I mean, Carolyn, if you knew this woman, you would have adored her. Movie star, tall, thin, big glasses. She looked like somebody that would be, like of the ilk of like Hedda Hopper. She just had this Hollywood amazingness to her, but a down-to-earth New York kind of gal. Absolutely beautiful person, and she's going to be so missed. Very, very, very sad. Very, very, very sad. Yeah. Melly C says, it's time to break bread and drink some holy wine. Let's do that. If you got some holy wine, I'm not drinking. Obviously, it's the morning. I drink maybe once a week. I drink with you guys on Friday night. That's as far as I can go. But, some people drink every day. Just, be careful if you're going to drink every day. I don't judge people. I don't tell people what to do. However, just know your body and know your spirit and know your mind. Know what works for you and know what doesn't, And Kevin is going to give us 10 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers. Yeah, you could do that. Anybody else still cross themselves when they go past a church? Something I do all the time. Dirk is among us, wandering the world, spreading the word of the bash and only good things. I will admit to you that today was the big bike about. I was going to do Sunday Mass from the bike and had everything all ready, and then, life got in the way. But what are you going to do? Joe LaFaro says, rest in peace, Maggie. Thank you, buddy boy. Mwah. Thank you for that. She's an incredible woman. I just think now, like, I'm a selfish person. I'm thinking, wow, no more of those incredible dinners where they'd make scacciata. That's where I make scacciata, which is this, it's focaccia, but it's flatter and it's crispier. And I think about the times that we shared out there, and I always tried to bring like a bottle of wine. And they also, so they had a bottle of this Italian digestivo called Pedrochino. And I am not a digestivo kind of fella, but when you're in the company of certain caliber of people, you don't say no. And so whatever, we wound up, they had this bottle, it was from like the 50s or the 60s, and they never drank it, but I guess they didn't have a lot of company. So when we started going over there, we started hitting that Pedrochino at night, and we finally finished it, I don't know, after maybe 10 years of going out there. I tried to find a replacement bottle of that stuff. Does not exist anywhere in the universe. They stopped making it in the, I think, early 80s. It was a big producer. It was a popular drink in Italy. And for some reason, because of the wave of all the aperitivos and things, somehow the Pedrochino got lost in the shuffle, and they wound up they stopped making it. I looked maybe once a week for 5-6 years trying to find that stuff, and now she's gone. I wanted to surprise Maggie with it, and I was never able to do that, and that's called regret. Hey Fergal, hey Father Dirk and the Bashers. I'll catch this one afterwards, sadly, as Lou and I are. Well, I hope you have a great Sunday, and I know that you guys are going to go out for a great meal and have some great wine and have some showy, flashy watches. Condolences, may her memory be a blessing to all who knew her. They will be, and thank you very much. Thank you very much. Jean says, I'm drinking Holly Select. you knock yourself out there, kitty. R.I.P. Maggie. Thank you very much. I'll pass that all on to the beautiful Louisa. She's one of the most special people in my life. She's beautiful and talented as hell. And she's so self-deprecating. One thing I always say about her is that she's so kind to other people in regards to their talent, and maybe not kind enough to herself, because she's brilliant. And every time I see a movie that she should be in, she's an actress and a director and a casting agent. She's so good. And by the way, she's the person that got me into the whole voiceover thing. That when I was the voice of Cubo TV, I did all the Night Owl, and I was the guy that did that, and all that stuff, and She-Ra, He-Man, and the Masters of the Universe. She's the one that got me that gig, and because she was a producer for this big network. So I did that for the better part of 10 years until that company kind of just disappeared and went to Clearwater, and probably they were using celebrities. And now, sadly, the art of the voiceover is pretty much dying because people are using AI. And I'm sure you've watched a ton of videos where the AI just can't get pronunciations right. Like, I was watching a documentary at 4:00 in the morning on the DC-10 versus the Lockheed L-1011, and they were saying the DC-10 versus the Lockheed L-1011. And then I turn a video off and I go, listen, don't ask for subscribers until you can start getting your content right, because you're using all this AI voiceover crap and it's just not working. Hire a person. I used to be worried about John Hamm getting everything, but no, they're not even using the. Why pay anybody anymore? They don't have to. So many AIs. Listen, AI, do us a favor. Figure out how to cure cancer. Stop taking away the jobs from people and the creatives. How about use AI to figure out how to cure cancer and Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, multiple sclerosis, and all these other chronic afflictions that people are, these draconian illnesses that still linger about. It's just, we don't need that. We need progress. Condolences to Louise and the loss of her mom. Thank you, Kevin Landon, very, very much. Rest in peace, Maggie, gone but never forgotten. Thanks, guys. I think working in a restaurant should be a prerequisite for everyone. Like some countries have you serve in the military. Yeah, well, isn't that a shitty thing, though? That that's the one thing that drives me bananas about military in the country, and drafts and mandatory service, is like you're born allegiance. How is that possible? That you could, because you're born within a border, you have to maybe eventually fight to the death for that border, because it gave you all it gave you. What did it give you? What does it give you exactly? I don't know. That drives me bananas. But yes, everybody should work in a restaurant. Everybody doesn't, everybody should work behind the window at a post office, or everybody should, work retail at a perfume counter, or, yeah, everybody should at some point work with the public so they know what it's like, so you never become a future Karen, Tracy Farris. Hey, Tracy. She says hearts to Andrew because he deserves it, man. Yeah, look at that. Prayers for Andrew. It's not like, there's nothing really traumatic going on. It's just he's going through a thing, and it's just not fair because he's such a good fellow. We love you, Andrew. We do. We love you. Is this true, Ray Ray? Hey, Armand Rago. You're a wonderful person, Dirk. Not really. I can't say that about many other YouTubers. That's very kind of you, Armand. Thank you very, very much. It's funny, this YouTube thing. I mean, I didn't know how it was going to work out or who I was going to meet, but man, wow. The outpouring of kindness so far outweighs the trolling and the mean-spirited people. And I've gotten a much thicker skin. Parodies happen and they can be funny, and as long as it doesn't get too mean. But man, what I've experienced here, Armand, is that when you put a little bit out in the universe, what you get back in return is just tenfold. It's just tenfold. The people and that I have interacted with, and the people that I've met on this show, have utterly changed my life for the better. They've utterly made me realize that the world is not the shittiest place. It's not filled with evil people. There are actual people out there that give a damn. People who don't know you. People who have not the slightest concept of, what your background is, or your history, it's incredible to me. Whom I've met on this show has changed my life, and for the better. So, I think what you give, you get, man. I think so. Thank you, Armand. That's very sweet of you. Andrew, it will pass, brother. Yeah, he's going through a blip right now, and it's like, let's listen. Just know we have a brother's back. Because listen, man, imagine this show without Andrew. What would we do? Rufus with a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, Rufus, $4.99. That's awfully sweetie. Let's give you some kazoo. Or I could just go. Don't have the best. I've been playing harmonica with Rose every day. She has a harmonica. It's a C harmonica. I ordered a D one. It's not here yet because I want to be able to play the first Black Sabbath. And you need a D harmonica for that. But I've been practicing harmonica lately, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm thinking about all these guys that's like Bob Dylan and Springsteen and Billy Joel, all these guys that can do the harmonica sing thing and play an instrument. That's like a circus trick to me. Absolutely crazy. I don't know how they do it. I have no idea how they do it. Andrew says, thanks, Dirk. And I went, come on, you. Come on. Fix. Everything happens for a reason. We just don't always know what the reason is. Yeah. Somebody said something, I was watching, it was a commercial. You know how I don't have YouTube Premium. Maybe I should. I just don't. Maybe I should. No commercials. Considering all I watch now is you. Maybe I should get rid of Paramount. Oh, I'm gonna cancel Paramount Plus. I'm gonna cancel Paramount Plus because it has Star Trek on it, and hello. Is my camera jagging? I just noticed that was weird. Because of their what is the word I'm looking for? Because of their them being a big pussy network for not standing up to autocracy and kowtowing to political pressure for money for a merger. I'm getting rid of it. And you know what? I'll figure out another way. I'll watch those Star Trek movies, the Star Trek episodes somehow, some way. But I only watch that network for that one thing. And I think it's a shitty platform anyway. It staggers. It still, I pay a premium for it, and it gives me a 30 or 40-second commercial before my show starts. So I'm getting rid of that. What was my point? Senior moment. Oh yeah, so maybe I'll get YouTube. I'll swap that out and get YouTube Premium, which is much cheaper than Paramount. I think Paramount's $20 a month. $20. You want me to sell in New York? $20 a month. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to cancel that today. I'm canceling it today because I don't like their policy. Andrew is not just a name; it's a label for excellence. As I say, Andrew W. is a classic example of the excellence I associate with the honor attached to the name Andrew. Well, that's very nice, coming from a fellow Andrew. And we love you, Nathaniel. You're talk about bright lights, the smartest guy in the room. I don't care who you are. That's the smartest guy in the room. Scary. You know what? You're too nice. And I rarely, if ever, say that because I don't think there's a way to be too nice. But he's too nice. You're a beautiful human being. The man is definitely likely to bite you. Yes. People get, drunk with power, drunk with the ability to manipulate, drunk with all of the luxuries bestowed upon them to commit atrocities against other people who are caring and wonderful people. All hail to you. Andrew, if today's show is dedicated to you, Tuesday's show is going to Nathaniel. Because listen, can I just say that I had a conversation with our mutual friend the other day, and we talked about what an incredible fellow you are. We did. We just talked about what a friend, because, we meet people on the show. We talk to them. Have we met in person? No, not so much, Nathaniel. We have. And what an absolute delight and a treat that has been to meet somebody who can not only enrich your life with friendship and kindness and generosity and all that stuff, but also to teach you about things that you might be ignorant to or oblivious to, either or. And I hope it's vice versa. And my friendship and my putting on my teacher's hat is don't fall for that shit ever again. You deserve the world, my friend, because you're a beautiful man. Hail to all ye holy bashers. Hope you're all well. We are, and we're doing pretty good today. And Kevin Crawford is there. Go watch The Covenant. Is that great? Okay, I will. Jays, was that a shitty movie? My God, don't watch that movie. It was crap. Tutto bene. Why is this not going? Buona domenica. Buona domenica e tu. Bon, thank you. Grazie mille. Carlos Paghi, Boobgate. You like that? You love Boobgate because you love boobs. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. That's fantastic. Andy M is here. I watched The Irishman on Friday and was because it's shit. It's terrible. Not impressed. Interesting story, but mad. Oh my God. Isn't it so embarrassing when people on YouTube are able to do the de-aging better than Martin Scorsese? Yeah. You know what? He started that movie and it took too long. And the technology that he had employed for that film was already archaic. Now, the other thing is, you know that scene on the corner where they get into the fight and De Niro starts kicking the shit out of that guy? Well, sure, his face might have looked young, but he still moved like a 70 some odd year old man. They could correct the skin, but they couldn't correct the fact that he looked like an old man fighting. Where's the guy? It was terrible. Hey, it's Chucky. Hello, Chuckles. Morning, Dirk. How was John's retirement gathering? Wish I was able to make it. It was very nice. How are you? Chuck, the original drummer of my band, Hitman. We were there, albeit briefly, Chuckles, because, you know, I have to take care of an elderly person. Paul had to go to work. So we got there at about 2:00 and we probably left around 6. So we were there for 4 hours. Very, very nice gathering. Very nice people. Very nice. Karen went crazy, John's wife, and she had way too much food and drink. There was way too much stuff there. I was like, oh God, why is there so much stuff? This is a small gathering, little tiny gathering of their friends, and she had all this food out. But it was nice to see him because I never get to see him. We talk, but you know, we talk on the phone for 6 hours. You know what that's like, Chuckles. You get on the phone with John, you're gonna have 6 hours ready, for at least 4, because that's how that goes. Dean, 423. I don't know what that means. 423. 423. Am I clicking in and out? Because my camera looks like it's acting a little bit weird. Listen, shit happens. What are you gonna do? Time you time you get to the message, it'll be 6:00. All right, let me do this. I'll start with Nathaniel Hanna 99. You and the mutual friend are too kind. No, we're not too kind. We're just friends, and that's all it is. Thank you very much, and we'll give you this. I mean, it's hard for me to keep going quickly. BM499, happy Sunday, Dirk, and cheers. Happy Sunday to you, buddy. Thank you so very much. Let's give you cowbell. Carolyn Martin says, knowing I have a group of people that will join me in a thought or a prayer for something I care about is amazing. And the fact that we all love animals, outstanding. Thank you, Bashers. Agreed. Amen. Big hearts out to one of the super ladies of the Bash. Carolyn Martin, we love you. Thank you so much. I'll give you, what do you like? You like kazoo. Listen, I know it takes me forever, but I read everybody's stuff. That's what I do. What's what I do? Carlos Paggi says, my voice career suffered greatly at the hands of AI. Yeah, it sure has. And now, you listen, there's that band, there's these groups out there. Listen, you think drum machines were bad in the 80s when replacing drummers? Well, now we're replacing singers too, and writing and recording, engineers, producers, T-ops, all the stuff. Because you go, Dear Suno, that's the company that makes the music that's replacing everybody. I want an Eagles inspired 70s song about living in a canyon, and my old lady, she ain't got time for me, and I'm down on my luck, I'm hitting the bottle, I'm walking down Sunset, go. And then the next thing you know, you have this song that's just absolute, sounds like a ray of California sunshine. And they're shitty, but it is what it is. I told you I did that experiment, and yeah, it's freaking crazy. Cures destroy cash flow for big pharma. Sick people are a cash cow. Captured people are always pay the ransom. Yeah, no, that's true. Well, of course. It just reminds me of that $6 Million Man episode where Stephanie Powers lives inside one of the Rocky Mountains, and she's a space alien named Shayla, and she controls Bigfoot, but she's got the cure for cancer, but she's dying, and she gives it to Steve Austin or it's an elixir that cures anything, but she's going to die. So she gets in her spaceship and takes off because, these Carl Sagan people from outside the galaxies, they have those things. We just don't have them because greedy cunts don't want to fucking give it to us because the guys making all the money of you going for your radiation and your chemo treatment. Those drugs are so expensive. We just went through that with my mother-in-law. This one treatment that she was going on. Why is my camera staggering today? I'm not on Wi-Fi. don't like that. Yeah. Anyway, the customer service industry teaches you control, patience, tolerance, and sometimes compassion, and sometimes not. It's my favorite quote in the entire world, Kevin Landon. And the love you take is equal to the love you make. It is. It's the greatest line ever. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Don't demonetize me, Paul. It's my favorite quote in the world, Kevin Landon. I have it. I love it. I have muted your phone. You muted your phone. All right. What was what? What's going on with Dino today? Melly, see, I had a customer go off on me and I smiled and said, "Excuse me, I'll see if I can find someone to help you." She ran around in front of me as I turned around and said, "I'm not done with you yet." Well, that's Karen. And you know what, Andrew, my darling, you can't let these people watch the YouTubes of all the Karens of the world and what they do. You just have to kill them with kindness, you know, and your intellect. You don't have to be you don't have YouTube Premium and you're a YouTuber. I have it, worth the money. You can download content and watch it anytime. I know, you're right. I'm gonna do it today, Dino. I'm gonna get rid of it because I'm getting rid of Paramount Plus. Because you know what? Why the hell do I need that? Strange New Worlds is so good. Shit. I hate you, Paramount Plus. And it's funny because before it was Paramount Plus, it was CBS something. And when it came out, all the Star Trek stuff, which used to be on Netflix and Amazon Prime, moved over there. And I think it was Kevin, who's the director of Chasing Amy, Clerks, that guy, Kevin something. He goes, well, he goes, if you're a Star Trek fan and you want to watch Star Trek, then you have to get that CBS All Access, it was called. And everybody was so mad. And he goes, yeah, but they have something that you want. So when you want something, you buy it. You know, he goes, you have no right to complain about it. And he's right. I don't have a right to complain about it. I do have a right to complain about their practices, though, because this is supposed to be a country where we do not kowtow to pressure from governments and bribery and lobbying and all of that stuff, you know. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. Anyway, Andrew, is it okay if I send you something? I wouldn't take the liberty without your permission. Aw, you know something? I love spreading the love for the Andrew today. And you know what? Also, just want a big shout out to the incomparable. Does this just keep moving? Is that what it is? I just feel like everything's weird today. I'm gonna just say it. Becky Brown and I were talking, and she's like, "Andrew deserves something special." You know what? Big Andrew, I hope you feel the love today because you deserve it. You bring us so much. You put so much into this show, as so many of you do. But Andrew, just a special shout out to you for being such a great guy. Buy Star Trek on DVD, secondhand. No, I have all that shit, Andy. I'm a Star Trek junkie, except for Deep Space Nine because it's garbage. It's the new one, Strange New Worlds. I don't watch Discovery. Garbage. Picard was hardly watchable. It's like, oh God, he's so old. I love Patrick Stewart. He's a genius. I love him. But it was too decrepit. I couldn't watch it. And it was stupid. And it was like bringing back the Next Generation. But Strange New Worlds is fantastic. Whatever. Nathaniel is way too nice. He's very nice. I finally said fair to certain. We've never been married unless I've blocked the memory. But you remind me so much of my ex-wife to cover myself. How is your mom? Carolyn, okay, but don't put yourself out. You're always busy. This is true. I don't know anybody who wears more hats than Carolyn Martin. Andrew, thank you for understanding, but that has been in my heart for a while. Sweet. You guys are great. Panel Power says we can use AI to block everything created by AI. I hope so. And Ray says, I concur. I've been a member of many clubs and organizations. May I say sincerely, iBashers are a unique group of friends. Trust. Oh, man, thank you. Andrew, come on, though. No super chatting from you today. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Best wishes for better days and for all of us. Upvote. Thank you very much. And I'm going to give you something that I don't normally give you. Other than that, I'm going to give you the big. I bet you've never had that before. I couldn't resist. Anyway, it's time for the Gallery of Bastards, you guys. Send me your shots, the sublime.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
I share with the world. Yeah. Vermeer, new purchase. Ooh, the excitement mounts. What is happening? Opera is accessing your screen. Okay, you can do that. 6,340 times in the past 30 days. I use the Opera browser because Chrome won't let me StreamYard. You know what happened. You were here for the live show. You saw it happen. You saw it live on iBashers. Well, we know what's in that box, and you got a Snoopy. Oh, Jesus. It's crazy because my father-in-law, I don't know what's up with him. He doesn't watch the show, so I can talk shit about him. He sent me a picture of the Snoopy. He goes, how about this one? I said, yeah, what about it? It's like, David, it's the hardest one to get in the world. If you want an Omega, this one is the one you can't get. This is the Rolex of Omegas. You can't get this watch. Well, you can. You just have to wait or know somebody or hit somebody over the head and steal it. I mean, congratulations. How long did you wait for this? How long did it take? Somebody asked me the other day, would you like Snoopies? Would you wear a Snoopy? I'm like, what? Is that a rhetorical question? What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I almost like the original one better than this one. You know, the first one. Almost. I like all the Snoopy iterations. And you know, I got a bunch of Melly C edition Snoopy Timexes, and I wear them all the time, and I adore them. The Omega ones, sure. I mean, and of course they make Dean, you have that Snoopy Moon swatch, right? Not at all. Congratulations. What a coup. What an absolute coup. So proud of you on the iBashers Network. Look at that. Somebody with a Snoopy. Is that the first Snoopy owner on our show? Is that the first one? Thanks, Dirk. Now my husband wants one. Yeah, and the really scary thing is that, you know what? All of your people are Rolex. Who you gonna call? What is it the wire? What is happening? Getting mad. Dirk's getting mad around here. Why the fuck? I'm getting very strange. Should I turn this off? It can't be that. Can't be. Okay. Maybe it's because I have Wi-Fi on my other computer. I don't know. Your husband wants one. Yeah, well. Who are you going to talk to? Somebody. I hope it would look great on his wrist. That's for sure. Anyway, congratulations. A happy eagle claw. Oh, yeah. This is cool. This is very cool. This is from Jeff. And we were talking about the eagles the other night. That's an eagle claw around somebody's hand. So that's what we're talking about. Joe is loving the Snoopy. Yeah. Picture is perfect. Okay, Melly C. Great Speedy. I mean, yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, first Omega in space is top of my list. See that back, Dino? It's so overcomplicated, though. And like, you're never going to see that because it's got the moon and Snoopy going around in it. And yeah, it's a great complication, right? It's very, very cool. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of almost like a stunt, right? It is cool, though. It's cool. It's very, very cool. Thank you, Jeff. Conair, who inadvertently got banned from the show Friday night because something he said was misinterpreted by Sheen. I hope that's all straightened out. I really do. He got himself an 861. Look at that. He got it. Look at that. He got it. Incredible. That's a beautiful piece. We all love, of course, best bracelet and best end links ever. 1450 with the 808s. Absolutely insane. Cashlight. That's the way to do it, my friends. That's the way to do it. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece of watch, man. I don't care about dot over 90 and all that stuff. I hate the hype. I hate that Omega jumped on that bandwagon and started making all their watches have dot over 90. That was of a certain age. DON. It just kind of ruined it for me. It's just, this is beautiful and it's of an era. And I love that it's of an era. And it's not necessary for them to do that. What a gorgeous piece, man. Congratulations on that. And sorry about that Friday night. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Thank you very much for that. And we talked about Sydney Sweeney. Here's Julian. Hey, a little early for this is great. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gallery of Julian. Always a pleasure to see what he's going to send us. Let me make this nice and large so you guys can enjoy it in its full value. Beautiful, Julian. Oh, that's cool. Very different for Julian as well. Wow. Stunning. London is his mistress, as he always says. Beautiful stuff. Look, you can see that there used to be a sign there on top of that, and it's gone now. Don't you love that? We used to have in New York that's gone. And Julian, you'll understand this. We used to have the sides of buildings, and there would be advertisements or advertisements on the side of the buildings. They were faded, and it would say like, Gold's Jewelers, and it would say Murray Hill 4, because the exchanges for phone numbers in New York used to be the neighborhoods. It would be like Murray Hill or Cobble Hill or Jamaica, and it would be like JA3 or Flushing FL, and it would have this, and you could tell, or like, Martin's Appliances, the best Frigidaire in town, and it would be from the 50s. And then, of course, those all started going away because people didn't preserve them or think to preserve them as a time capsule for New York, because everybody just wants to build gigantic, stupid buildings. So, yeah, there's that. Wow, this is gorgeous, Julian. It's an Omega Fest tonight, and we love it. We love an Omega. We love it. Tomorrow and tonight, tomorrow and tonight. That song never gets any love. Beautiful, Julian. Oh, this is a gorgeous collection. Like we have knocked down buildings that look like that, Julian. With the Elks Club in my neighborhood had beautiful gas lamps outside in that building. We tried to save it and we couldn't. Oof, and then there's Shantytown. That looks like a place to go get crack. Jesus. Very, very Egyptian. Oh, and then in that movie, they go to Egypt. And then they go underneath the pyramid. And oh, Jesus, it's so bad. Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Is this? I don't know where this is. It's a floor that's made out of grating. Oh, very cool. Patek Philippe. Woo, child. Look at that. How cool is that, Julian? Aren't you pandering? You smarty pants, pandering to the crowd with a Patek Philippe movement. Beautiful. Look at this fella. Is that an advert? Is that an advert for Patek Philippe? Gorgeous, Julian. Gallery of Julian, everybody. Beautiful. By the way, Julian, that might very well be something. I know you. Listen, I've said this a million times. I know I'm flogging a dead horse, but I mean, gallery show, Julian, Bashers, London. When is it happening? Can it happen soon? Martin Brown, iBashers Picture Gallery. Let's go. It's some Bronson. Oh, we love some Bronson. Julian, you continue to blow my mind and outstanding. Says the gallery, says Carlos, says everyone. And look at the size of this beast. Jesus. Look at him. Bronson is tremendous. Look how much bigger he is than the microwave. And he's just so cute, though. My God. You adorable beast, you. Oh, man. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Mart. Look at these great shots. God, is he beautiful? Lucky you. Lucky you. Nick Brooker, my friend, picking up his one and done. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. We all knew it was coming. He got him a discount, blah, blah, blah. There, look at the, it's an Omega Sunday. Hold on a second. Shit. I wasn't wearing a watch. Isn't that terrible? I wasn't. I just got out of the shower, so I and I was wearing my Speedy, but you don't wear a Speedy in the shower. You don't wear a Speedy anywhere near water. You just don't do it. Look at this shot. And listen. Oh, that's a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful, beautiful watch. Look at that. Size, the bezel. I love the aluminum bezel. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Date. Listen, look at that. Broad arrow hands. You can't go wrong. And the bracelet is killer. Bracelet is killer. What a great watch. It is like Speedy Sunday. It's right, Andy M. That's great. Look at that. With look at this, guys. Just to show you. Look at what we're looking at here. Gorgeous, huh? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 3861 on the bottom. Omega 57, Speedy 57. Congratulations. Just one. Oh, we got more shots. Oh, look at there you go with this 3861. The latest iteration of the Moonwatch, which we love. Beautiful bracelet. Perfect combination of old and new, I think. Gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Oh. There's the first Omega in space, which is definitely number one on my hit parade, guys. I mean, oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. This watch is sick. It's just absolutely sick. Beautiful. Look at these fellas, right? At the AD. There's you having a Peroni? Jesus. Oh, and your girl's having champagne. Well, that's as she should have. Look at that. Fantastic. Congratulations all around. Oh, that's great. Look pleased as punch, as ye should be. How great is that? Man, the AD experience. You got to get that sized up right for you. You're a bruiser of a man. So I think that they'll sort that out for you. You probably just need one link out with the wrist on. Yeah. Look at that. Great. Beautiful. Oh, sure. Yeah. Gorgeous. Thank you for this. What a treat. What an Omega treat today, huh? Fantastic, man. That was so great, Nick. Amazing. Today's activity, kit test including Chris Ward. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. See, I see CW and I think Chris Ward. It's not Chris Ward, obviously. Amazing. Look at this. This is his amazing, Nick's amazing dive work. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Look at that. What's going on there? Holy macaroni. You think you have a dive watch? I could be a ventriloquist. I could hear. How do they do that? I could be a ventriloquist. A-E-I-O-U. You just can't do and puh, right? Eyes high. Look at that shot. Hey, man. Look at that Kubi. Wow, look at that. Holy mackerel. This shot is mental. It's mental. Wow, look at that. This is fantastic. Nick, incredible. Look at this monster. You're cooler than everybody, man. Do you know that? You're cooler than all of us. I would love to try scuba diving. I've never done it. Never been snorkeling either. And we went to Mexico. We were going to do all of that. You know what we did? None of it. Nick Brooker, the legend. Wow. Amazing, buddy. Amazing. Thank you, buddy. And Carolyn Martin, Millie getting to be a big girl. Oh, some Millie action today. Look, she is. She's growing up. They grow up so fast, though, don't they? Unbelievable. Amazing. you're so pretty. Look at this beautiful. What is that about? What are you doing? Trying to blow. There it goes. What a beautiful lady. Oh, Millie. We love you. We love Millie. Bar dog, Carolyn Martin. Hey. I love that where you live that there's dogs in bars. You know what? Everybody's got a service dog now. Are you doing some billiards? Minnesota Carolyn over here. Look at that. Is so great. That's so great that you can bring the dog to the bar. Oh, pretty, pretty. Look at the size of the paws, though. Much, much bigger. Coming your way. What do they have there? Guinness on draft. Surfside. I don't know what that is. Jameson. Sure. Oh, what a great shot. Thanks, Carolyn. Who doesn't love that? Melly C, Sunday Mess, Eminem Madness, Malcolm Mindy Madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look, we're getting artful now, aren't we? Very artsy. Mindy in a hammock? Is this a new thing? I know that they sit on top of the radiator, but is that... Well, this looks like a professional new thing you got going on here. She's loving every second of that. Man, do they love the heat. Jesus. Millington. Is that short for Millington? Look at the beautiful shots. Oh, look at you. Listen, sometimes she's such an angel. We forget what a devil she is. No. Oh, how cute is this? I love these art shots. Look at her perfect little paws. Oh. Oh, did you just cut them? I was so bad with Laverne with cutting her nails. I always did it at the vet. I used to cut everybody else's nails. It was the boys. I was always afraid to cut the girls' nails because I just don't want to hurt you. Beautiful Mindy shots. Hello, Mindy. Oh, we have never cut her nails. Interesting. Oh, this one's for you, Carolyn. These are like art shots. These could be in a gallery. Never cut her nails, huh? I mean, I used to have to because, sometimes they don't mean to cut you, but they do. They don't mean to. Mork. Mork shot, more close-ups. Those like double nails almost. Look like beautiful shots. Oh. You getting enough of that, Carolyn? Foot shots for you. Thank you very much. I much prefer the paws over the feet, that's for sure. You got none of Nick's photos? I'm going right back. How did that happen? Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh, look at the big stretch. I hear you, and I will reply. Oh, look at her spying on him while he's sleeping. She's trying to concoct like an alibi. Look at that. Yeah. She's going, I'm going to murder him, and then I'm going to tell the cops it wasn't me. Oh, he's having a great snooze. Andrew says, I don't cut my cat's nails. That's what carpet and furniture are for. Okay, now she gets the sack out. It's exhausting watching Mork sleep all that time. Malk and Mindy Madness, Malk and Mindy Madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll go back to Nick. What did I miss here? Okay. You got to see the 50 said the watches? Right? We didn't see any of the dive stuff. Let's see. We saw one of Nick's photos. Classy Speedmasters. No, you saw those. Okay. Okay, you saw that. More practice needed, Dirk. I could tell it was you. I don't know what that means. Okay, so here's the 57 and the 3861, 3861. There's, of course, the first Omega in space. And there's him and his lovely gal, champagne and a Peroni. Did you guys see these ones? I'm just going to go back and do it. Lovely stuff at the AD. And then I will do the Nick Brooker dive shots, which I'm assuming is the one that didn't share, but I'll find out now. Today's activity is a test kit. Let's make sure we get this right. Thought I shared it. Okay. Here we got Nick entering a vessel under the sea. Somewhere beneath the sea, Nick Brooker. Wow. Look at this stuff. I mean, I said, you think you've got a dive watch? I'm going to try to repeat what I said live. It's got, you think you've got a dive watch? That's a dive watch. Look, it says Nick Brooker on it. Look at that. Oh, man, that's Conti. This is a great shot. This is the one I was going off about how great this is. These are the ones, guys, right? Somebody give me a message in the chitter chatter this is what you're talking about. This is what I missed out on. Okay. I apologize profusely, Nick Brooker. Look at that action. Amazing. Amazing. Look at this guy. Stud. Legend. Incredible. This is proper stuff. Yeah. Wow. This is the guy that showed up here out of nowhere. House on fire. Nick Brooker, ladies and gentlemen. Legend. Legend. Sorry about that glitch. It happens. It's live TV. What can you do? It's live TV. What can you do? Becky Brown, ready for this? We did when we were young Wednesdays, but this is the entry from Becky Brown. Oh my God, she's so cute. Look at the adorableness of that. Is that like a Catholic school look too? Look at that. That is incredible. What a beauty. Look at those eyes. My God. Becky Brown. You're just too much. Beautiful then and beautiful now when we were young. Doesn't Adele have a song called When We Were Young? I don't know it. I don't know it. I mean, I know she's got a title, but like, I don't know. And I'm certainly not going to try to sing one of her songs because that would be trouble, trouble, trouble. Sunday mass naps in the Wolkowitz house. Face plant. Super face plant. Joe, how cute was Becky, right? Adorable, right? Beautiful shots. Thank you, Andrew, so much. Thank you for the kitties. We love them every day. It's 30-year-old cats. How many people in the world know how to say that? It's crazy town. Absolutely crazy town. JHB, what do you got? Oh, I love how it's such a big Omega day. Omega day. It's Seamaster Sundays. Look at that. Looking great on your wrist. That's a big man's wrist, too. Look at that. Almost dwarfing that watch. Beautiful. We love that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Panerai, 8-day. Look at that thing. Is so beautiful, man. Ain't no loom like a Panerai loom. It's just the sickest thing in the whole wide world. It's got the greatest loom ever. Love me some Panerai. I'm an Omega man, though. I do love that. That watch is nuts. And now that I tried one on, it's even worse. Don't try on a Panerai ever, guys. Because you will want it. You will. Carolyn, have you ever wanted a Panerai? What about your big hunk of a husband? Because that's a perfect watch for him. I mean, he's got the wrist for it, for sure. Carolyn Martin says, breakfast harvest. Oh, look at this stuff. Oh, look at this. She's got potatoes. I don't have the earth for potatoes. I can only do pots. But look at the pepperoncini. Look at the patati. Look at that. Look at those. What you gonna do with those? I love your country colander too. Beautiful stuff. What are you gonna make? What are you gonna make? What are you gonna make, Carolyn Martin? Last night I made stuffed peppers and I stuffed them with rice, asparagus, shallots, garlic, and Gruyere. I shouldn't have been eating that, but I did. I shouldn't. Pound of Power, the Gallery Of Bashtards. Let's go see that, baby. Who doesn't love Italian art? Grazie, signore. Look at this place. There's the man himself. And look at the watch on his wrist. It's an Omega day, baby. Omega City. Always well dressed. Look at that. Look at that beautiful houndstooth, baby. Beautiful jacket. Gorgeous. Yeah, this is just some incredible stuff. Yeah. Outrageous. Of course, one of the most famous of all time. Look at that. Incredible. Look at that. Oh, the halos. Don't you love the halos? Beautiful. Caravaggio. 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 Or as they say in America, Caravaggio. Caravaggio. Do you like Caravaggio? No, but I like Caravaggio. Caravaggio. Hey, Canair says, I think I'm back from the cooler. he got, I don't know what he said that Oisin thought was whatever. Oisin was like, did I block him? I'm like, I think you did. Don't undo that now. Would you? Peroni. Oh, you having a Peroni in Greece? I drank Greek beer when I was, after the show was over and I could drink alcohol. I had some Greek beer and I liked it. Yeah, this is the Peroni that they export because nobody drinks that in Italy. They drink the darker one. I like them both, but I'm a shit beer drinker. I like the shittiest, clearest, lightest lager. I don't want. I used to like dark beers when I was a kid. I don't now. I just want like Budweiser or Peroni. Peroni's my favorite beer. But yeah, I love it. That's my favorite beer. I love it. Look at this shot though. Can we see how we could jump into that? Amazing. Grazie, signore. That's amazing. And Joe LaFaro closing out the Gallery of Bashtards saying today. Look at this. This is his day. Okay. I don't feel so bad for you right now. Look at this Paradiso. Look at this. Oh, God, is that gorgeous? Wow. Lucky you, Joe. Work on that tan, handsome, my friend. Work on that tan. Work on that tan. Stay away from those Florida Bettys. They mean you harm, all of them. We like in one piece where you deserve to be. Thanks, everybody. That is the Gallery of Bastards for the Sunday edition today. Thank you so very much.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Rufus says, man on the moon. Andrew Elkowitz has more great looking Omegas. Go, please be gentle, Mr. Eagle. And Andy M. Omega Fest tonight. Yeah, why not an Omega Fest? Amazing. I wish my pictures were as 1/3 as nice. Well, listen, you give us indoor shots with your phone. People are outside with DSLRs. It's not always about the quality, it's about the quality. You get what I'm saying there? Nice work, Jules. Beautiful. Yeah. Astounding, Julian. A master of your art. You blow my mind. Bronson. Nice double T shot. You like that? Speedy Sunday. Classy Speedmasters. Yeah. The Millie is love, isn't she? Yeah. Let's see. And okay, you guys got that. Andy says, outstanding CWC, Nick. Indeed, it was. Very cute Becky Brown. Everybody's loving the Becky. Look at this. Everybody's loving the Becky Brown. Joe. Oh, Robin's bird. Thank you. Ray. Everybody's loving that. Yeah, Seamaster and Pan. Outstanding. Yeah, amazing stuff. Joe LaFaro says, you're making me hungry. Yeah. I'm harvesting all my tomatoes. I did plum tomatoes this year, and I will never go back to the other tomatoes because I usually get 3 or 4 shitty tomatoes a year. I have like 60,000 plum tomatoes. So I'm going to make my own sauce. I always make my own sauce, but I buy muti. I cheat, I buy muti or sclafani, mostly muti, and the dopo concentrato, the concentrato doppio. I get that all the time, but now I'm going to just crush my own tomatoes. I'm going to do it myself. Joe LaFaro with the shades. Go in peace, not in pieces. That's right. Thanks, Father Dirk. Joe, anytime. Guys, that's the show. Thank you. What a wonderful Sunday Mass. Thank you so much. Thank you, Super Chatters. Andrew, was your show dedicated to you because we love you. Rufus, BM, thank you, BM. Happy Sunday. Cheers to you. Thank you, BM. What a pleasure. Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrench, Nathaniel Hannon, and Andrew Wolkowicz, and all the bashers. Let me put my Patreon pantheon down here because I just want to make sure you guys always get the credit you deserve because you all make my life a much more beautiful place. I want to thank you all for that. Guys, I'll be back on Tuesday for Speedy Tuesday. Or since we did Speedy Sunday, maybe we should do something else. And also, we'll continue the treat on Wednesdays. If you have any pictures from yesteryear, let's go back in time. Basherdirk@gmail.com. That is Basherdirk@gmail.com for all of your Basher needs. That's where you send it. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. Remember, if you encounter somebody unkind, give them the benefit of the doubt. But since it's Sunday, I never finish the phrase, so I just say, go in peace to love and serve the Bash. It is my pleasure to serve you every single time. Peace out, everybody. We love you.
The choir, sweet hymn, it lifts a sigh of prayer all the days our hearts desire. It's Sunday Mass to be inspired.
We gather here, our faith like fire.
Together we're strong.